How to manage your money like the 1%. Let me ask you something uncomfortable. If you suddenly made $100,000 more this year, would your life actually change long-term? Or would your expenses quietly rise to match it? Because here's the truth most people don't realize. The difference between the middle class and the 1% isn't just income. It's how they manage money. Most people assume the wealthy are rich because they earn more. But income alone doesn't create wealth. Money management does. And the way the 1% think about money is completely different from how the average person thinks about it. Imagine two people earning $150,000 per year. One constantly feels broke. The other is quietly building wealth. Same income, different mindset, different system, different outcome. The average person sees money as something to spend. The 1% see money as something to deploy. That one shift changes everything. When most people get paid, they think, what do I need to pay? What do I want to buy? What can I upgrade? When the 1% get paid, they think, how much of this can I convert into assets? They don't measure success by lifestyle. They measure it by ownership. You've probably heard the phrase, pay yourself first. Most people interpret that as saving. The 1% interpret it as investing. Savings preserve, investments multiply. If your money sits in cash long-term, inflation quietly erodes it. The 1% understand inflation is a silent tax, so they don't let money sit idle. They put it to work in stocks, businesses, real estate, index funds, assets that grow. They treat every dollar like an employee. If it isn't working, it's underperforming. Here's another major shift. The average person manages money emotionally. The 1% manage money strategically. When markets drop, the average investor panics. The 1% look for opportunities. When uncertainty hits, the average person freezes. The 1% reposition. They don't react to headlines. They respond to fundamentals. Emotional decisions destroy wealth. Strategic decisions build it. Most people focus on income. The 1% focus on net worth. Income is what you make. Net worth is what you keep. You can earn $300,000 a year and still be financially fragile if expenses are high and assets are low. The 1% track their net worth. They know their allocation, how much is in equities, real estate, cash. They think like portfolio managers of their own lives. Now let's talk about lifestyle inflation. This is where most people lose. When income rises, spending rises. Better car, better apartment, more upgrades. The 1% often increase investments first. Assets grow before lifestyle grows. It doesn't mean they don't enjoy life. It means enjoyment doesn't sabotage growth. They understand delayed gratification. A dollar invested at 30 can be worth many times more later because of compounding. And compounding rewards patience. The 1% don't try to get rich fast. They try to get rich steadily. They respect time. Let's talk about leverage. Most people hear leverage and think danger. The 1% think amplification. Leverage isn't just debt. It's using resources to multiply output. Financial leverage, business leverage, human leverage, technology leverage. Instead of trading time for money forever, they build systems, businesses, rental properties, investment portfolios. Systems generate income without constant effort. That's how wealth scales. Here's a simple story. Two people start earning more than ever before. The first upgrades everything: car, home, lifestyle. From the outside, they look wealthy. Inside, they're stressed and dependent on the next paycheck. The second person keeps living slightly below their means and invests consistently. No flashy signals. 10 years later, the first still needs their job. The second has options. And options are the real definition of wealth. The 1% don't chase appearances. They chase optionality. They also think in decades, not months. Instead of asking what this investment will do this week, they ask what it could look like in 20 years. That long-term horizon changes behavior. You stop chasing hype. You stop panic selling. You stop gambling. You start compounding. Contrary to popular belief, the 1% don't take reckless risks. They manage risk carefully. They diversify. They insure against catastrophic loss. They protect the downside before chasing upside. Because if you lose everything, you can't compound. Risk management is wealth management. They also plan around taxes intelligently. They use retirement accounts, tax advantage structures, and smart strategies. Not to break rules, but to understand them. Financial literacy at high levels isn't optional, it's necessary. Contrary to popular belief, the 1% don't take reckless risks. They manage risk carefully. They diversify. They insure against catastrophic loss. They protect the downside before chasing upside. Because if you lose everything, you can't compound. Risk management is wealth management.